Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be doing Standard 10, Chapter number 2 of Science 2 Life Processes in Living Organisms, Part 1. We will not be completing the whole chapter, of course, and there are two life processes chapters, Life Processes in Living Organisms, Part 1 and Part 2. Today we are starting with Part 1, which is also chapter number 2. So let's begin. Living organisms and life processes. Various organ systems are continuously performing their functions in human body, along with the various systems like digestive, respiratory, circulatory, excretory and control systems. Different external and internal organs are performing their functions independently, but through a complete coordination. This overall system is in action in more or less same way in all the organisms. Those are indeed in need of continuous source of energy for this purpose. Carbohydrates, fats, lipids are the main sources of this energy, and it is harvested by the mitochondria present in each cell. It is not like that only food stuff is sufficient for energy production, but also oxygen is necessary. Now this is a very important thing. Oxygen is necessary because food stuff does not only keep us healthy. There are many different things, and actually leaving oxygen also, there are things that keep us healthy inside our body. There are a lot of things going on, so it's just not oxygen and food stuff, it's many more. All these, that is food stuff and oxygen, are transported up to the cell via circulatory system. We have studied about circulatory system last year in 8th standard. Besides, it is coordinated by the control system of body. That is, each life process contributes in its own way in the process of energy production. Functioning of all these life processes also requires energy. Human and other animals consume the fruits and vegetables. Plants are autotrophs, but they prepare their own food through photosynthesis, right? They utilize some of the food for themselves, whereas remaining is stored in the various parts of plants like fruits, leaves, stem, roots, etc. This we have studied in 9th standard. We consume all these various plant materials and obtain different nutrients like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, etc. Which food materials do we consume to obtain these nutrients? We obtain the carbohydrates from milk, fruits, jaggery, cane, sugar, vegetables, potatoes, sweet potatoes, sweetmeats and cereals like wheat, maize, ragi, jawar, millet, rice, etc. We get 4 kilocalorie energy per gram of carbohydrates. Let us study the way by which this energy is obtained. Many players are seen consuming some foodstuffs during breaks of the game. First, we will be studying about living organism and energy production. Now, carbohydrates of food that we consume every day are mainly utilized for production of energy required for daily need. This energy is obtained in the form of ATP. For this purpose, glucose, a type of carbohydrate, is oxidized step by step in the cells. This is called as cellular respiration. Cellular respiration occurs among the living organisms by two methods. Those two methods are aerobic respiration, that is, in which oxygen is involved, and anaerobic respiration, in which oxygen is not involved. In aerobic respiration, glucose is oxidized in 3 steps. First step, glycolysis. Repeat after me, glycolysis. Process of glycolysis occurs in cytoplasm. A molecule of glucose is oxidized step by step. In this process, the two molecules of each, that is pyruvic acid, that is ATP, and NADH2 and water, that is H2O, are formed. Molecules of pyruvic acid formed in this process are converted into molecules of acetyl coenzyme A. Two molecules of NADH2 and two molecules of CO2 are released during this process. Second is tricarboxylic acid. Can you repeat after me? Tricarboxylic acid. That is also known as citric acid cycle, citric cycle, or Krebs cycle. Most common is Krebs cycle or TCA cycle. So both molecules of acetyl CoA enter the mitochondria. Cyclic chain of reactions called as tricarboxylic acid cycle is operated on it in the mitochondria. Acetyl part of acetyl CoA is completely oxidized through this cyclic process, and molecules, that is CO2, H2O, NADH2, FADH2, are derived. Third cycle, electron transfer chain reaction. Molecules of, so basically friends, first of all, the picture you can see of TCA cycle is really important. So to memorize it. Now back to electron transfer chain reaction. Molecules of NADH2 and FADH2 formed during all above processes participate in electron transfer chain reaction. Due to this, 3 molecules of ATP are obtained from each NADH2 molecule and 2 molecules of ATP from each FADH2 molecule. Besides ATP, water molecules are also formed in this reaction. Electron transfer chain reaction is operated in mitochondria only. Thus, a molecule of glucose is completely oxidized in aerobic respiration, and molecules of CO2 and H2O are produced along with energy. This can come as an extra question, especially from thirst till energy. I want everybody to underline in the test books. If there is insufficient amount of carbohydrates in body due to exceptional conditions like fasting and hunger, then lipids and proteins are used for energy production. When we are fasting or we are on a diet or we are not able to eat due to some reasons, so in that case, lipids and proteins help us for getting energy. In case of lipids, they are converted into fatty acids, whereas proteins lie into amino acids. Fatty acids and amino acids are converted into acetyl CoA, and energy is obtained through complete oxidation of acetyl CoA by the process of Krebs cycle in mitochondria. This is also very important. Then over here we have these tables. We are going to study these tables in the next lecture. Thank you so much. Bye.